Almost 20 years. And allegedly her body was found under my basement in a new home in Erie, Pennsylvania on January 25th.
Any children?
Yes, one natural child, Collier.
He started ripping off all the games and throwing them at my head. Then he started making me call myself a stupid little fat boy. He'd say, "What are you?" And I'd say, "A stupid little fat boy." He'd say even louder, he said, "What are you?" And I said, "A stupid little fat boy."
Welcome back, true crime enthusiasts. Today we embark on a journey into the dark recesses of Mansfield, Ohio, a town with a facade of normalcy concealing a chilling tale of betrayal and murder. I'm your host, and this is the in-depth exploration of the haunting story of the murder of Noren Boyle. In the early 90s, Mansfield, Ohio stood as a quintessential American town, known for its steel industry and tight-knit community. At the heart of it all was Dr. Jack Boyle, a highly successful physician whose public image hid the shadows lurking within his family. Jack Boyle, the respected doctor, was far from the loving family man the community perceived him to be. His wife, Noren, silently suffered through years of emotional and psychological abuse, compounded by Jack's numerous infidelities. Their son, Collier, bore witness to the unraveling of their once happy home. Noren reached her breaking point when she discovered Jack's latest affair. Filing for divorce, she sought to escape the toxic environment for the sake of her son. However, the turmoil would escalate, leading to a horrific New Year's Eve that would change everything. On that fateful night, Collier, just 11 years old, was awakened by a blood-curdling scream echoing throughout the Boyle household. Fear gripped him as he lay in the darkness, waiting for answers. When morning came, Collier faced a stark reality, setting the stage for a terrifying confrontation with his father. Convinced his mother wouldn't simply abandon him, Collier, in a desperate bid for help, reached out to Noren's friends. He unraveled the disturbing events of that night, painting a harrowing picture of his father's action. Jack Boyle, however, presented a different narrative to the police, claiming Noren had left of her own accord. The local police, led by Detective David Messmore, initially bought into Jack's version of events. Collier's genuine fear went unnoticed, and the search for Noren commenced with no substantial leads. Enter Detective Rick Bell, a seasoned investigator with a knack for reading between the lines. Despite the lack of evidence, Bell couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Collier's palpable fear caught his attention, leading him down a path of unraveling secrets. Detective Bell meticulously delved into the Boyles family history, uncovering a pattern of deception and violence. Jack's polished exterior concealed a much darker truth, and Bell's intuition led him to a shocking revelation. Jack had an accomplice, his own son, Collier. To build a case, Detective Bell needed Collier's cooperation. Approaching the fragile young boy with empathy and understanding, Bell managed to gain his trust. Collier, torn between loyalty and the weight of the truth, reluctantly agreed to assist in the search for clues.
Well, he's very distraught. He was manipulated by David Messmore of the Mansfield Police Department and a few other people. So the child basically was brainwashed into thinking his daddy's a murderer.
With Collier now a reluctant ally, the search intensified. Days turned into weeks, and just when hope seemed lost, Collier stumbled upon a discovery that would send shockwaves through the community. Hidden in the woods near the Boyle home, a shallow grave held Noren's remains. The gruesome sight revealed the brutality of her murder. Shot twice in the head with a .44 caliber handgun, wrapped in plastic and callously discarded. The investigation shifted from a missing persons inquiry to a full-blown homicide investigation. Jack Boyle, maintaining his innocence, was arrested as the evidence mounted against him. He vehemently claimed that he was being framed. The trial, set for 1992, would become a pivotal moment in Mansfield's history. The trial began with the prosecution presenting a compelling case built on Collier's testimony and the damning evidence from the crime scene. The defense, however, sought to undermine Collier's credibility, accusing him of being coached into providing false information. The jury, faced with the daunting task of separating truth from deception, ultimately found Jack Boyle guilty of aggravated murder and tampering with evidence. The sentence? 20 years to life in prison. With that, the legal chapter closed, but the aftermath was only beginning. The story doesn't conclude with Jack's conviction. Collier Landry, haunted by the fear of retaliation, faced the challenging task of rebuilding his life. Remarkably, he rose from the ashes of his traumatic past to become a successful businessman, turning tragedy into triumph. Collier Landry's bravery and resilience played a pivotal role in bringing his father to justice. Despite threats and challenges, he stood up against the darkness that once consumed his family. Today, Collier Landry shares his story not for sympathy, but as a beacon of hope for others facing adversity. His journey exemplifies the incredible strength of the human spirit, proving that even in the face of unimaginable challenges, one can rise above and create a better life. Noren Boyle's memory lives on through the advocacy work undertaken by organizations supporting victims of domestic violence. Her tragic fate serves as a stark reminder that behind closed doors, the most unthinkable horrors may be unfolding. In the wake of Noren's murder, the Mansfield community rallied to raise awareness about domestic violence. Collier Landry became a passionate advocate, using his family's tragic story to shine a light on the silent suffering that occurs within many households. The Mansfield community, once shaken by the Boyle case, underwent a period of reflection. The justice system, too, evolved in response to the shortcomings exposed during the investigation and trial. As we conclude this deep dive into the chilling story of Noren Boyle, we reflect on the enduring impact of this tragedy. It serves as a stark reminder that evil can lurk behind even the most polished facades, and that justice, even though sometimes delayed, can prevail. Mansfield, scarred by the events of the Boyle case, has seen a gradual healing process. Collier Landry's resilience and the community's commitment to awareness have transformed this dark chapter into a catalyst for change. Noren Boyle may be gone, but her memory lives on in the hearts of those who fought for justice in her name. As we part ways, let us remember the importance of empathy, resilience, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Thank you for joining me on this extensive exploration of the Boyle family tragedy. If you found this true crime story compelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more in-depth investigations. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.